Hi everyone. This is going to be a reading on Virginia Giuffre, who accused Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein of sexual abuse and has died at the age of 41 years old by suicide as declared by her family. I just want to read a bit of a background here. Virginia Giuffre, who became prominent accuser of Jeffrey Epstein and the Duke of York, has been described by her family as a fierce warrior in the fight against sexual abuse and sex trafficking after her death, aged 41. Miss Giuffre was born Virginia Roberts in California in 1983 before her family relocated to Florida at 7. She said she was sexually abused by a family friend and her later childhood was spent in and out of foster care. She met Ghislaine Maxwell, a British socialite, in 2000 while working as a locker room attendant at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago restaurant in Palm Beach. Maxwell offered her an interview for the chance to train as a massage therapist, she said, and took her to Jeffrey Epstein. What she said expected to be a job interview was in fact the beginning of years of abuse, according to Miss Giuffre. Miss Giuffre was taken by Epstein on private jets around the world. She told the BBC she was abused by the US financier and passed around like a platter of fruit to his associates. In 2001, at the age of 17, she said Epstein brought her to London and introduced her to Prince Andrew, who she claimed sexually abused her 3 times. The prince, who has denied all claims against him, reached an out of court settlement with her in 2022, which contained no admission of liability or apology. In an interview with the Miami Herald, Miss Giuffre said Epstein had lost interest in her when she turned 19 in 2003, and she had become too old for him. As she had become too old for him. She said she convinced the wealthy financier to pay for her to get training to become a professional masseuse, and he arranged for her to take a class in Thailand. But she was also expected to bring home a Thai girl that Epstein had arranged to come to the US. Instead, on that trip, Miss Giuffre met a man named Robert, whom she fell in love with and married 10 years later. They spent time in the US before moving to Australia, initially settling in Cairns, far north of Queensland, before relocating close to the western city of Perth. The pair had 3 children together: Christian, Noah, and Emily. Reports suggest their marriage eventually broke down on 2nd of February. She allegedly breached a family violence restraining order in Ocean Reef, the town where her family had lived, according to Western Australian courts. On the 22nd of March, she posted the following on Instagram, quotes, "My beautiful babies have no clue how much I love them, and they're being poisoned with lies. I miss them so very much. I have been through hell and back in my 41 years, but this is incredibly hurting me worse than anything else." Close quotes. Just over a week later, she posted again to say she was recovering in hospital after a serious vehicle collision and had 4 days to live. Alongside a photo of her in hospital, her family later said she had not intended to make the post public. Western Australia police disputed the severity of the crash, saying they were only able to find a report of a minor crash between a school bus and a car in near Gabby, about an hour north of Perth, on the 24th of March. The collision was reported by the bus driver the following day, while there were no reported injuries, a policewoman said. And I'd just like to play this short video of her voice.
I implore the people in the UK to stand up beside me, to help me fight this fight, to not accept this as being okay. This is not some sordid sex story. This is a story of being trafficked.
Miss Giuffre was living at a farm in near Gabby, where she was found dead on Friday. It is with utterly broken hearts that we announce that Virginia passed away last night at her farm in Western Australia, her family said in a statement confirming her death by suicide. Virginia was a fierce warrior in the fight against sexual abuse and sex trafficking. She was the light that lifted so many survivors, despite all the adversity she faced in her life. She shone so bright, she will be missed beyond measure. The family added the children were the light of her life, and that it was while holding her newborn daughter that she realized she had to fight back against those who had abused her and so many others. Miss Giuffre's representative, Deanie von Mifflin, described her as one of the most extraordinary human beings I have ever had the honour to know. Deeply loving, wise, and funny, she was a beacon to other survivors and victims. She adored her children and many animals. It was the privilege of a lifetime to represent her. So I know that was quite lengthy, but I wanted to read it out so that you got a clear picture of her and what was going on before the car crash, what was going on generally within her psyche. And what I would like to do now is pull some tarot just to see how her psyche was before, the week before this happened. So her family seemed confident that it was a suicide. They have made that statement. So I want to know exactly how she was the week before Friday. I'm doing this on Saturday. This is the 25th of February. Pardon me, the 26th of it's interesting I said the 25th of February. I did mention February there, didn't I, in reference to something? I think I need to look back and check that because there are no mistakes. This is the 26th of April that I'm doing this reading. So there is a connection back to February. Okay, we'll get on with this. Show me Virginia's state of mind, please, at the beginning of the week. Five cards. Five cards. Okay. First card, card of justice. Card of apathy, Four of Cups. Card of taking the lead, the Emperor. Card of revealing the truth, but feeling quite apathetic about it. Two of Swords in reverse. And the card of the middle path, self-control. Okay, interesting. These two cards read together. So she was feeling inner integrity, feeling that cause and effect, things were going to happen in regards to finding balance. These two read together. Around the truth being revealed, she felt quite apathetic about it and discontent. These are cards of hope. And this Emperor card is authority. So what I want to do is get a card for underneath each one of these to explain them further. Card underneath justice, please. The Judgment card. So she was waiting on a judgment being taken in regards to justice. And she was feeling quite dissatisfied as regards to the good news coming in that she'd been hoping for. Could I have a card, please, for this Emperor? In regards, fighting, this to me represents law enforcement. The Five of Swords is a card of, fighting and wanting to win at all costs. The Two of Swords in reverse. So the Seven of Swords in reverse is a card of deception. So she felt that there was deception around the truth being revealed. Okay. And the Temperance card. Well, this is the proposal. This is the hope. This is, the Ace of Cups. It's the Holy Grail. This is what she was hoping for. So all in all, the general feeling is that she did feel, there's no cards jumping out here telling me that she was in a really desperate state of mind at the beginning of the week. It tells me what I would expect to see, knowing what we all really know about her and her case and her story, that she was just feeling quite disillusioned. And she felt there was deception going on around the good news that she'd been waiting on coming in. The Judgment and the Justice is interesting here, coming out underneath each other. This tells me that there was a lack of action being taken in regards to finding justice. This is all going on in her mind. And she just wanted harmony. She just wanted peace, and she wanted to feel better. She just wanted new feelings of, just really get it over and done with. Feeling apathetic, feeling quite, just feeling discontented. Then again, all perfectly natural ways that I would expect her to feel. So let's look in a bit further and ask a deeper question. Let me see what deck I should use. Let's ask the Whispers to give me cards that represents how she was feeling at the beginning of the week. Let's have 3 cards. She felt there was corruption. She felt afraid. And the 3rd card, please. What else was she feeling, please? Thank you. The other half of this little deck here. What else was she feeling? Exposed. Celebrity card. She's feeling exposed. Okay. Give me the deeper meaning, please, of each of these cards. I'd like a card to go underneath each. Tell me what the corruption is about, please. Church. To me, that represents light being shone on corruption. Okay, tell me about fear. disposing of evidence. She was afraid that that would happen once the Epstein files would come out. And celebrity, please. Why celebrity? I just want to clarify what my first thoughts were. Water. This makes me feel like she's just keeping her head above water in regards being seen. That she was feeling feeling that she was okay, feeling that she, in alignment, healing. Let's go back to the tarot. Again, these cards are all what I would expect to see. There's that Temperance card coming out. She's feeling self-control. The Temperance card is all about self-control, feeling okay, feeling, moderate, feeling aligned. Okay. So are you telling me, a couple more cards, please, to clarify, that Virginia was, at the beginning of the week, feeling the way that she would be her default setting, is the way I'd like to put it? Could I have confirmation of that, please, if that's the case? Because that's what they're giving me. She was worried. Okay, she was losing some sleep. She was feeling alone. What else can you tell me? Again, I mean, the King of Pentacles feels very secure. He feels, very confident. He feels like he can sit back. I feel maybe that she felt that not enough was being done in regards to exposing the Epstein files, and it was keeping her awake at night. Could I have further deepening of these cards, please? The question we're asking is, was she in any way feeling suicidal? So for the Temperance card, please. That's the good news, hoping for the good news coming in. And for the Nine of Swords, please. Well, she just felt like she was being taken advantage of, and just that they were not keeping her in the picture of what was going on. The Fool in reverse is just feeling unprepared and feeling quite not really knowing what to do. Again, I would feel this is pretty normal, in her circumstances. And the King of Pentacles, please. The deepening card for the King of Pentacles. Well, that's the Tower. That's the actual event. That's a sudden change. Sudden change in regards to how she was feeling in regards to good news coming in to expose. Okay. Let's use the Sacred Windings cards now, and let's ask them how she was feeling at the beginning of the week. How was Virginia feeling at the beginning of the week, please? What kind of woundings was she holding? Lack of boundaries. Feeling drained. Just feeling emotional. Another card to go with that, please. I see the way two people are holding someone back there. Card that goes with that, please. give us an idea of how Virginia was feeling at the beginning of the week. Broken trust. Difficulty in relying on others. Someone had let her down. Okay, are you telling me that someone had let her down and she was in a place of feeling like a bit of a loose cannon? That's what I'm getting here. So King of Cups in reverse is feeling very moody and feeling like people were scheming against her. Was that Three of Cups as well? I feel like the King of Cups is representative of someone in her life, or someone who had been in her life that she felt was scheming against her. Is that fair to say? Yeah, someone who was quite unpredictable and bullish in regards to, you know, bringing changes, the changes that she wanted to see. She was feeling lack of true joy. She spent a lot of time on her own, just waiting on justice, just waiting on the truth coming through. But there was depression here, and I do feel, I know we did say that it looked like her marriage was on the rocks. That's the card of divorce there as well. She was trying to find peace. Okay, that gives us a clearer picture as well. I think I'll start to use the dowsing rods now, and let's see what they can tell us in regards to her death being a suicide or not. I have meditated and I just want to see what they give us. I have a few questions here written down. So let's begin. I'll move this over so you can see a bit better on the bigger screen. There we go. Okay. Could I have a yes, please? Thank you. And a no, please? Thank you. Is my divine team here? Yes, thank you. Eric, are you here? Eric's my guide. He always points to the left. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. Okay, so first question I have here is, did Virginia Giuffre commit suicide? That's a no. Thank you so much. The next question I have here is, was the car crash that Virginia was in recently, was it an actual accident? That's a no. Okay, thank you so much. The next question I have is, Virginia publicly declared that she was not suicidal in 2019. Was this declaration the truth? That's correct. Because I know a lot of um, creators are quoting that, but I mean, 6 years is a long time for someone for to be using a quote and someone said that they weren't suicidal. So I just want to be in full transparency here with all of the facts. Did the camera malfunction without interference in connection with the accident? Is that true? That the camera actually did malfunction? That's correct. Okay, thank you. Will the Epstein files be exposed in this year, 2025? That's a no. Okay, thank you so much. Is Pam Bondi in her integrity in regard to exposing the Epstein files? That's what she has said. That's a no. Okay, thank you so much. Do the Epstein files contain incriminating information that could bring prosecution to many? Yes, thank you. Is Prince Andrew allegedly guilty of sexually abusing Virginia Giuffre? Yes, thank you. Will Pam Bondi uphold her promise to expose the Epstein files? Yes. I'm just listening to Spirit here, see where they want me to go from here. Will others be prosecuted for the crimes involving sexual abuse within this case? Yes, thank you. Was Virginia Giuffre suicidal at the beginning of this week prior to her death on Friday? No. Thank you. So in regards to the cards that I pulled at the beginning of this video, was Virginia simply feeling the way one would expect her to feel with having all of this pressure upon her in regards to losing sleep and feeling worried? Yes, thank you. Was Virginia's main concern her children? Yes. Will the truth come out as to what really caused the death of Virginia Giuffre? No. Thank you. Well, guys, sorry to say that doesn't come as any surprise to me. All alleged, my opinion, no facts. But it just looks like this is yet another case that's been manipulated. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the truth will never come out because there are too many people, powerful people involved. Could I have cards to validate what I've just said there, please? Let's move back again. Is it fair to say that there's so much corruption card that come out? There's so much corruption in regard to this Epstein files and what Virginia knew and fraud, cybercrime. And could you please confirm my thoughts on there ever being justice? Aliens tells me the chances are very, very slim. Completely far out. Bottom of the deck, guys, you can't make it up. Corruption. Okay, if Virginia could give us a message through the whispers of the unsolved deck here. I'll bring the rest of the deck here. Use all of the deck. Just want to make sure I'm using all the cards. Then we're going to ask Virginia to give us a message. What would she tell us? What would Virginia tell us? 3 cards. 3 cards, please. The first one. The second one. And the third one. Okay. Like what we have at the bottom of the deck. Justice, karma. What was the first card that came out when I pulled the tarot? It was the Justice card. Card underneath that is power. I feel like she's telling me that, you know, there's so much power behind this. And I feel, allegedly, within the justice system, that there's a lot of power. The card that's underneath that as well, the legal proceedings. Oh my goodness. I'm just lifting off the top of the deck here, guys. Trafficking. There's too much power behind stopping trafficking. The chance of getting justice within the legal system and someone making a confession or making a deal and being caught is very slim. Being exposed was the card that was underneath that as well, and out in the open. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. So I just want to read what Virginia has given us. Greed. Again, This is what's behind this. It all comes down to money, power, and greed. Biology, chemistry, scientific, and parental figure. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's ask the tarot. Let's ask the tarot why they have been given that combination. Okay. Card for greed, please. So that's communication. Card for biology, chemistry, scientific. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. That's laziness. Okay. It's telling us that there's laziness, uninspired action in regards to the communication coming. And the last card, parental figure. The Death card. Around brain change. This is representative of caregivers. Could I have another card for that biology card, please? The King of Cups in reverse. So that's the manipulation and the control again. This is making me feel involvement with family members, allegedly. Are you telling me that there's some deception and greed and control around involvement with family members in regard to Virginia's passing? Can I have a very clear answer on this, please? Oh my goodness, guys. It just fell out on the floor. The yes card. Mic drop. The truth, card of truth at the bottom of the deck. The Queen of Swords. She's telling us, yes. 2 of Cups in reverse. This is a couple who aren't on good terms. This is the worry and anxiety about it. Where did we see that before at the beginning? And this is the card of, things can't get any worse. The 10 of Swords in reverse, survival. I feel like she's just really in survival mode. I also feel like she didn't see this coming. Is that fair to say? Would it be fair to say that Virginia didn't see this coming? This is the King of Pentacles again that came out before. Same cards are coming out. Who is this King of Pentacles? Who is this King of Pentacles? Keep looking at that. Confirmation of parental figure, please. Confirmation. Confirmation, please. There's a deception. There's a confirmation. 7 of Swords in reverse. The sneakiest card in the deck. Wow. Guys, going down the rabbit hole here. Bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords in reverse again. This is the death. This is what someone did to survive. Let's ask the dowsing rods just to confirm. Move the camera over again. All alleged, my opinion, no facts. Is everyone here present to answer these questions, please, with spirit? Yes, thank you. Could I have a yes through the rods, please? Thank you. Could I have a no, please? Thank you. Okay, so these cards are reading like there was someone in Virginia's family who was involved in her passing. Is that true? Could I have confirmation that that's true? Because that's what the tarot is telling me. Yes. Okay, thank you. So would it be fair to say that Virginia did not see this coming? Yes. Thank you. Would it be fair to say that someone got to this person who's connected by blood or marriage or whatever it is, and it regarded money? Is that fair to say? Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, I think I'll leave it there. I honestly didn't expect to get that. I didn't feel myself that she had committed suicide, and that's why I got strong longing to come up and make this video today. I doubt if the truth will ever come out, and it'll be interesting to see if this video will be approved. If you'll ever get to see it, but we shall see. I'll upload it, and fingers crossed you'll get to view it. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.